Liam, good morning. Roberto, good morning. How are you?
Hey, good you? Let me just try and adjust the volume here.
No problem. Glad you made it. Got you in the league, got you in the Discord. Fantastic, man. You're up and running.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, there's some hurdles to get through, but once it gets all set up, it really makes sense. We can talk here, hands-free if we need, give class instruction so everybody can hear at the same time, and it makes it a whole lot easier. All of our information is up in the discussion channel, where we're going next, who's leading the races and all that stuff. So as much of a gamer site as this was, it really helps us out as a league keep our communication straight. Hey Ron, good morning.
Good morning.
Is it coming back to you?
Yeah. Well, the RSR is much easier, and that's pretty much what I drove.
Yeah, it feels good to get back to it. I didn't like the car at the beginning. I came from the Cup car to that, whatever series that was in. I don't know if you remember which one, series 3 or 4 or 2 to 3. We went back to the Cup car, which I really enjoy. And then we went back to the RSR, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to enjoy this car. And it took some seat time, and then it grew on me. I said, as much as it seems easy to control, there's also some really great momentum and tossability of the car that makes it really fun to drive.
Yeah. It's amazing. What I need to do is just keep rotating through some of the cars, like the GT4 and the Cup, just to get used to the differences, hone different skills for sure.
Yeah. Some of them are tremendously powerful with lots of downforce. Some you have to treat really, really gingerly and lightly, and others you can get on and toss them around. And it's I really like the fact that at least we've got 3 we can drive. I know we've got the Porsche 919, but I'll give $20 to anybody who can figure everything out on that car. Forget it. I am not getting in one of those.
Yeah, I hear you.
Evening, folks.
Mr. Smiley, how you doing?
Doing great, thanks. How's everybody doing tonight?
Just so you guys know, I'll let everybody know when we get in here. I'm going to record this so we can hand it off tonight to some drivers and eDE teams and DE teams that are looking to get a little more closely aligned with us and what we're doing here. And the Upper Canada region expressly is getting a lot of their club racers to come in and join. So we've got a lot of new members who are well versed with racecraft, and they're getting their legs under them on the sim, and it's really cool. We welcome every one of them, but I'm just letting everybody know that I am archiving this, so if there's anything you need to tell that region in particular, now is the time. We won't call them out. They're all good.
Hello? Hello?
Yep, got you,
Hello.
Robert.
Hello?
Liam, how are you?
Not too bad.
I'm doing good. I got no complaints at all.
James, I read about you in Panamera magazine again.
What do you mean again?
Yeah, well, the first time was when you were talking about PCA sim racing, and this time I guess was a promotion from Haggerty, talking and congratulating the winners from the series, and they had you in the pro division as the winner and congratulated you. So I was psyched to see your name in lights.
Ah, cool. Yeah, that's so fun. Haggerty was so fantastic. I got a year's worth of Haggerty Drivers Club membership, and they put a team of 6 or 7 people on here and raced with us, and they're becoming full sponsor. It's just great to get companies behind us that see some value here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey James, John Sheps here. Are you going to describe how we get into the sim racing on iRacing?
Absolutely. Good morning, John. It should open up any minute here, and if you look at league sessions, go to your PCA Sim Racing League and then click on League Sessions, whatever page that is, and it'll list you everything that the league is doing. And this one will be under a league session event, and you'll see Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, and in a couple minutes that'll turn green to be able to join, and that's where we head in.
Got it, I see it.
I don't see that James on the invite section.
It shouldn't be on the invite. This is, if you go to My Leagues,
Yeah.
then you should be able to click on that and see all of the races that are coming up for the PCA Sim Racing League.
Season.
Yeah, it's are you on the new web interface or the new UI?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm in the PCM Sim Racing Zone 1 in 2020.
Yeah, it's not the Zone 1 league, which we're all a member of in Zone 1 here. The Zone 1 is just for our race on Friday. For the DE and the Prelude on Wednesday, we open that up to anybody who's a PCA Sim Racing member. So that's through the PCA Sim Racing League. So you should have a couple of different leagues. So if you look under just the mother league, the PCA Sim Racing League, and look for sessions under that, you should see it listed.
Yeah, it's up and open now.
Yeah, mine's still closed out, but I'm sure any second it's going to say full, and then it's going to reopen again. It always takes a few minutes.
Where do I see the classification?
It should be on the website. Anker Bergson and Bob Moore run the social website for PCASimRacing.com for Zone 1, and they always put the list up in there. I forward a list about almost every day, and they take that and update it. Sometimes they just run Zone 1 in there, but they update that and put that on there. Usually a couple of times a week they'll refresh it. I go through it every day, but I've got anywhere from 2 to 10 members joining per day. I'm just controlling a master list, and I hand them down. No, it wouldn't be test drive. It should say race. Let me go to that area and see if I can walk you through. I don't use the new UI. I use the classic. just because I've been on it for a while. I'm used to that system.
Okay, I see.
Okay, yeah. It's letting you join. You're all in?
Yeah. Both of them. Same.
Awesome.
Hey, this is Anchor here. Can you hear me?
Wow.
Wow, can we?
Hey, Anchor.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh yeah.
Good. So going back a couple of questions about you can see your classification. I don't put that up as a separate thing. I will start doing that so that you can look it up, and that'll show up tomorrow.
Oh, no worries. I thought there was a link up there that you had on the Zone 1 site that I thought went to it.
I'll have to check that. I don't recall having doing that. But I'll make sure that by tomorrow, if you go to the website, you'll be able to do it. I think you're right, James. I did have a link there. I haven't updated the data in quite a while because I forgot all about it.
No worries. Chris, you made it. Paul, you made it as well. Nice.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hello.
Hey, it's Chris.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Where should I go in iRacing?
Okay, so you need to go look under leagues, and you're looking for the mother league, the main league, the PCA Sim Racing, and then click on league sessions, and it should show that this session is open and available for you to join.
If I'm on my members page, is that restart?
It's not on Discord, in iRacing.
Yeah, in iRacing, I'm on the members page.
Right. So do you see where it says leagues? Are you on the old UI or the new one?
I've got both accessible. But, Pixel Racing maybe?
Yeah, that's what you're probably seeing is the new UI. If you see that, just click into leagues and search for My Leagues or PCA Leagues, and you should see it.
In there. Where do I go next?
Do you see the session for us at Canadian Motorsports?
So I've got reg start to end, counting down from 150 to 28, 911 RSR.
Hard to understand you right now. I don't know if you're.
Yeah, maybe I'll talk closer.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I've got session info, session details, host, and report 7 p.m. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. Join session.
What does the UI do? Crap.
I didn't follow. What does the UI do as far as?
UI zoom under display. I'm just trying to figure out my display here, get it a little bit better.
Oh, under options and all that.
Yeah, it gives you a percentage, 50%, 100%.
Right. Okay. The UI zoom is the interface stuff you're seeing. Your F3 black boxes, your option display. If you change that, they will be bigger and smaller depending on the percentage you have.
Oh, okay, got it.
Right. Yeah, we usually recommend everybody to keep the F3 screen, which is the relative timer, up somewhere on the dashboard of your car, so that it gives you a quick heads up of who's in back of you, who's in front of you, and if they're getting closer and so forth. It's just a additional heads up that helps out.
James, did you remove the pit limiter for this session?
No.
No?
I don't think you can.
I got snagged.
Yeah, I just got snagged for it, and I checked, and I have it on.
I can explain it. If you accelerate too hard, you can blow by the pit limit speed. Put it in second or third, and you'll avoid that.
Okay. Thank you, Anchor.
That makes sense. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick announcement, if you'll allow me. We are going to be doing a track walk in about 5 minutes. Our own Liam Rudzitsis, home track here. He's going to be doing the track walk for us, and then we'll get back on track. But on Discord is the only place that you are going to hear that audio. So please join in. We're on channel 1 if you want to hear a track walk. And if you decide not to, just keep in mind we will be stopping on track. I'm talking dead stopping, get out of the car, pick some daisies, and get back in. So make sure you have eyes up. We may be out there. Another piece of information of great concern to everybody is we are only using one car in this upcoming part of our Zone 1 group series. It will be the RSR at every single track. Now granted, we got used to having a couple classes in a slower car and a couple classes in a faster car. We are now all in the same car, and we are still in our same classes. But, you know, be extra careful. There are guys here that can turn some really quick laps, and some guys here are still struggling to keep it all on track. But keep in mind, treat each other nicely. The speed out of a corner, if you're both on full gas, you will both not pass each other. And you really need to be eyes up if someone's coming around the corner on you. Just keep an eye out, help everybody out. There is no race tonight. This is all about eDE and a little bit of lesson plan. We'll do some track walks, we'll do some side-by-side lapping, we'll do some passing exercises, and we'll finish off the night with a few race starts, and we'll try to finish off strong and get everybody through turn 1 and do 20 minutes of a little race.
Hello?
Good morning.
Hey, it's Roberto here.
Roberto.
I've been setting everything up, and I forgot to feed my dog. I'll be back in about like 10 minutes.
No
Sure you're
worries.
barking. Right.
Hi there, it's Chris.
I'm at the screen that has the button for practice. Should I get into practice?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just running an open track right now for the next, 5 or 6 minutes, and we'll get Liam to do a track walk for us.
Hey.
The other thing of note is we do have a bunch of instructors here today. There are some new instructors and some old hat instructors. We're all really used to the car and really used to the track. If you have not gotten a class assignment, and it's easy to check, but if you haven't gotten one, please yell out. We'll get an instructor in your car with you and get you working. Once we get the track walk done, just chime in and tell us you need a ride along, and we'd be more than happy to get in the car and help you out.
This track is crazy.
I love this track.
It's really good flow. I gotta say, once you get the hang of it, the thing just flows, especially in this car. It's just a roller coaster. It's fun.
Some great S's that you can take at high speed.
Yeah, it's the courage to take it at the high speed, because you think you gotta slow down, but if you can get the thing just weight shifted right and hold on to some traction, she'll just boogie around those. It's great.
Like, what kind of tires do I have left?
Exactly. Sorry, what was that?
Black
We hear you just a little bit.
Yeah, I can't figure out why my mic's not so low.
We hear it, but it's very low. Keep in mind as well, on Discord here, if you leave your microphone open, we hear a lot of hash and noise and button clicking and so forth. Do all of us a favor, if you're not speaking, you can either go to a push to talk only, or you can self-mute that microphone so that it's not going to everyone, and open it up when you need to.
Sorry about that, Mark. No worries, we're out here to practice.
Hey James, I don't know if I've been classified somewhere.
Forgive me for not recognizing your voice. Who is it? I can't
John Sheps. I'm sorry, I thought our names popped up somewhere.
Yeah, they do, but I'm in VR, so that shuts all off for me. So at that point, it's just voice recognition. I believe you got classed. You came to the Lime Rock session, I think. And
Correct.
In which case, you did get signed off. Off the top of my head, I don't recall where, but I'll make sure to let you know. And like Anchor said, he's going to start posting our zone membership up on the site so everybody can take a look and see where they are. But yeah, you were definitely classified. I remember being out there with you.
Great. And if there's anyone who wants to hop in the car with me, I'd love it.
Just for me, I don't think I've been classified yet. This is my first time doing this. So my name's Duncan James.
Oh, Duncan, I saw you just joined. Absolutely.
Yep.
Fantastic. We will get you rolling
did a
today.
Quick lap to show you guys. Only done this track a couple times, so.
What's your region?
Suncoast. I'm in Florida. I'm in Tampa.
Oh, no kidding. Wow, fantastic. Yeah, we will definitely get you guys handled. I'm going to get Liam to start a track walk here real quick. Liam, are you ready?
No.
Wait, was that a no?
No, I said I think so.
All right. Do you want to share your screen on Discord? That is another way to look if everybody wants. And what car number are you?
I'm 05.
Car number 05. Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to make the announcement in regular channel here. All right. We are about to get a track walk going. Please, if you want to listen along, get on Discord. You can watch it through Discord if you click the live button by Liam's name. Otherwise, join Car 5 in iRacing here. Get into his view however you want to see it, whether it's from above or just behind the car. I always recommend getting in the driver's seat, so hit cockpit view. Make sure your replay controls are on fast forward. You've gotten it all the way over to live, and we'll be starting here in just a minute.
Hey guys, it's Chris. How do I get into another car?
Okay, so when you get out of your car, you will see the bar at the top and the bar at the bottom.
Yep.
Okay, in the center of the bottom is a replay controller.
Yep.
And if you click right next to the hammer and wrench,
Yep.
you will see a double fast forward button. Click that a couple times until it says live.
Yep.
Okay, now go over to the left and you'll see a helmet, probably yours. Click on that and scroll to car number 5, and that should say Liam Rizitsis. And now you are looking at his car. If you go and change your camera to cockpit view, you are now in his car in his driver's seat.
Got it. Thanks.
Yep. All right, attention on the track. Liam is doing a track walk. Please be mindful that we are out there on track. We will be coming to a dead stop, so please keep eyes up. I'd appreciate it if you could just hit the pits for a couple laps and follow along. And Liam, we'll let you take it away.
Uh-oh.
Where'd you go?
I just timed out. Give me 1 second. See if I can rejoin the session.
Oh, no. Give us just a second. He got kicked out of here. I think it was for illegal ride height, and they were going to give him a penalty. So, kidding. He's just logging back in.
New to the session. Hold on. Uh-oh.
James, while we're waiting, would you mind reminding me what ping and qual mean on those columns?
Sure. Ping is your refresh and your rate of quality. The lower the ping, the better your quality as far as the internet stream to and from you.
Okay.
Qual is, geez, I don't know. Can anybody answer that?
Yeah, I think quality, you know, what you have two numbers there, two 100s or a 55 and a 65, something along those lines. The number on the left is, I believe, upload, the other one download, something like that. I believe that's what it is.
Well, it's probably quality.
Yeah. The ping is giving you a sense how quick a round trip ping of data is. So the lower the number, the better. And the quality has to do with the quality of the connection. So as you start seeing that number going up, people start getting pushed out. iRacing will use those two numbers to kick people out if the quality's getting too low.
All right. Quick thing. While Liam is loading and getting back in here, I want to point out real quick. I'm going to jump in my car. I'm going to point out real quick the dashboard eyebrow lights that you have. It's above your RPM meter, and it's on that sort of Porsche Classic Curve dash. There's a left set of lights and a right side of lights. The car works a little backwards in the GT4, so in other words, your traction control number, instead of being more traction control at 0, 1, and 2, it is more traction control at 1 and 2. So for less traction, you want that number higher. For more traction control, you want those numbers lower. On the eyebrow lights, the inside row of lights that you see starting from the center going out, there will be 3 or 4 lights that will turn yellow. And when those are chirping yellow, you are into your ABS, and that is your left side and the right side of the rear of the vehicle. On the outside of those lights coming towards the center, they will turn purple, and that will be your left side and the right side of the front of your car on your ABS. So as you're going down and you're hitting some of these corners and you hit the brake real hard and you see those lights flicker, pay attention to which ones flicker and adjust your brake bias accordingly so you can get a more stable braking. If you want more rear end loss, you can do that. All these things are a real personal thing, but watch what those lights do. That tells you a lot. The other thing they'll tell you is traction control. If the entire bracket lights up left or right, you are into traction control, and that'll be blinking purple. And that's when you want to see either you're overdriving the car or you've got too much traction control, and you can probably afford to lighten that up by bringing the number higher. And I think we're ready. Liam, you're in car number 5?
Yep.
All right. All right, Liam is back. We are going to start this track walk. Liam, if you want to stop before 1, and we will get going with you.
Sure. Alrighty, so we're going to head on down to turn 1 there. I'm just going to quickly describe how you take it. So, you're coming down here, you're full throttle. You're going to look off to your left there. There was telephone poles. In either case, by the time you get to, right about here, you're going to want to lift off you're going to want to come back over to the right, make sure the car is straight before you come over the crest of the hill. You're going to want to point as you get to the top of the hill towards the end of the fence, right in front of us there. Then you're going to want to trail brake into the corner, just the tiniest bit of brake, just almost as little as you can give it to turn the car into the corner there. And then you're going to want to get on a little bit of throttle, not on full, probably a little less than half, just to kind of stabilize the car as it goes down the hill and wash the car out a little bit. You can follow this kind of repaved line here if you're curious of where to go and to come in. And by the time you get to this merge between the grass and the track, you should be back at full throttle. Then you'll wash it back out to the outside here and come back to the left for turn 3. You're going to want to brake at that. I just drove by it. But you're going to want to start braking just as this billboard falls out of view. So as you pass it, right about there, you'll want to start on the brakes. On the outside, you can follow this repave line to kind of follow the line in. You'll be on the brakes, you'll be maybe using a little bit of throttle to stabilize the car, but kind of trailing it in, coasting it in. And then by the time you get to this little end of the rumble strip there, you'll be back on throttle to wash the car back out of the corner. It's very key there to late apex the corner to get the best exit out. So you'll probably be wanting to get hitting apex just at or just before the end of those rumble strips. So coming over to turn 4, we're going to wash back out to the right side of the track. I was finding it was really just a bit of a lift under the bridge to have the car on the left side of the track, add a little bit of throttle to keep the speed up through the corner, and you can almost get to full throttle, I found, by the end of the corner. So keeping to the left side, by the time you get to this kind of compression here, you're going to be wanting to be hard on the brakes to turn into the right-hander here. I found it was a second gear corner, so you want to drop down the gears to about second gear. Hit the apex here, come over the top of the hill, kind of trail braking in. Wash to the outside here, follow the repave line back to the inside of the track. You'll probably be down to first gear by there. And then by the time you hit the apex of the corner there, you'll want to be back on the gas to wash the car back to the outside and get on the gas for the straightaway. So this is not really a straightaway, it's a big kind of series of slow washing curves. Coming off that corner there, you're going to want to stay to the left of the track under the Mobile 1 billboard. And you're going to want to aim for that, I guess, Marshall's post in the distance there as you come over the blind hill. And that'll bring you right about to the right-hand side of the track. You're going to want to hug the right side of the track there until you get up and around the rest of the straightaway. Then you're going to want to come back to the left of the track over this last blind hill for the last right-hand, I guess, last section. As you come over that crest, you won't want to brake on the crest. You'll want to come off the crest, let the car stabilize, and then hit the brakes. You want to trail brake into the corner there. You'll be wanting to keep to the right side of the track, but as you pass those first set of rumble strips there, you'll want to let the car wash out just a little bit, and then have the car move back to the rumble strips once they reappear. And that'll ideally set you up for on the right-hand side of the track for the next left-hand corner. So you'll want to drop another gear and turn in, try and get a late apex right about there, so that it sets you up once again on the left-hand side for the last right-hand corner. You'll probably want to drop one more gear, aim for more of a late apex once again, and power out of it to the outside, and that'll be your lap.
Cool. Give us a couple that bring your speed up just a little bit and walk us through that and for the next lap, and then give us a hot lap at the end of that, if you could.
Looks like gone again.
Oh.
Happy on. Nice set. Started the stream.
Did you get kicked out again?
I got kicked out of Discord this time, not iRacing, so that's at least a little easier. I don't know why it's kicking me out though. Everything seems fine.
Yeah.
But,
all right. I mean, we're still in your car if you want to hit a hot lap if you can.
Perfect. So yeah, we'll do a bit of a quicker lap here. So we'll come back over to the right side of the track here. As I said, we'll kind of aim for this edge of the fencing there. Trail brake the car in, just barely let it wash out a little bit. Then get back on the throttle for the second apex there. Then brake at that billboard. Follow the repave lines to a late apex and power out of it once again to the left side of the track. Come back to the right. You'll want to breathe the throttle right about there and let the car just kind of coast its way through and brake in the compression there to about second gear. Come over the hill, drop it to first. Get on the throttle right where that, right where the apex is there. Follow the left-hand side of the straightaway. Aim for the marshal's booth there. Come over to the right and hold the right side of the track until you come to the final section. You want to come to the left, going over this hill, not brake on the hill, let the car stabilize, trail brake in, hit that first apex there, let it wash out, come back in, stay to the right side of the track, drop a gear, get a late apex, drop one more gear, get a late apex for the final corner, and then power out. I'll put it all together here. Lifting off there, and just kind of coasting it in. Getting on throttle to the outside, coming back over to the right. Giving it a little bit of a trail brake, hitting the first apex, washing out, coming in for a second apex. Braking out the billboard just before. Get down to third gear, following the repave line. Powering out. I'm going for a quick lift under the bridge, giving it a little bit of throttle through the corner, waiting for the compression to brake. Getting a little bit of lock up there. Going to first gear for the apex there. Sticking to the left side of the track, coming up the straightaway, aiming for the marshal's booth. Sticking it now to the right side of the straightaway. Coming back over to the left for the hill, waiting for the car to stabilize, then braking, hitting this first apex, letting it come out a little bit, go back in with the throttle, and dropping one more gear, turning in for a late apex, one more gear for the final late apex, and powering out of the corner.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for putting up with the technical glitches there. I'm not sure what was going on.
Oh, no worries. You know, I mean, hey, none of us can afford to get to the track in the middle of the winter right now anyway, so this is just fine. I don't mind a little hiccup now and then. It's we're a long way from the kids' video games.
Is there any corner I can maybe in depth for anyone that maybe wants a little bit of clarification? If you have all the other corners down and there's one that's messing you up, is there anyone I can take to help out with that?
Yeah, 5A and B, that hairpin.
The hairpin, yeah, okay. Let's swing on over to there. Which part of it are you having trouble specifically? Is it getting on the brakes for the first part of it, getting on the power for the exit, or just...
Yeah, it's more the second part, because when I come up over the top, I like can't even see the track hardly.
Oh, ouch. Ouch. Oh, we're still good to go. Yeah. So, what you'll want to do here is you'll kind of just want to coast it around, and then you'll want to be kind of towards this outside part here, on the outside. I don't know if you're having trouble turning in. I found trying to like let off the throttle and then downshifting from second to first gave it like enough engine brake to kind of rotate it, and then once you kind of have it rotated, you can power through. Does that help at all, or?
Well, we'll find out. I was doing it in second, so maybe going down to first will help.
Well, yeah, first gear will help out for a few reasons. Just with it being a lower gear, it'll try to slip a little bit more, even with traction control. So that might help you getting on throttle to rotate the car through, and the downshift in that specific spot might also help rotate it through as well.
Thanks.
Any comments on passing opportunities, good, bad?
Good, bad opportunities, sure. So Mosport's kind of hard for passing. I'm sure people have found out. I'd say the best opportunities for passing are probably going to be in the braking zone for turn 3. Oh, this car's not driving well anymore. I'd say going into turn 3, there's a bit of an opportunity. I would also say at the end of the Mario Andretti straightaway, there's also an opportunity to go too wide in those S's. I'd say beyond that, there's not really too many great places to pass, but I'd say focus more in those sections to set up a pass so you can try and get away cleanly on the straightaway or in those braking sections.
Liam, this turn right out over your left hood here, the last one before the straightaway, do you find that the downshifting slows you enough for that back straight right there, or do you need to give it a little break for that very last turn?
Are we talking the final corner or the first part of the final section?
The final corner.
The final corner? So you'll want to drop one more gear, but you'll still be on the brakes to try and turn it in. There will be a little bit of braking that you'll have to do.
Okay, thank you.
I'd say if you're showing like some rev I guess, lights on your dash, and I guess that would be second gear. That'd probably be enough. You just kind of want to be going slow enough through there to get turned in, and then on the throttle.
Cool. Let me get back to announcing for a second. All right, we're wide open track, guys, for the next 20, 30 minutes. Jump in there. Be really, really careful around each other. We're here just working on the line. We don't care how fast you do it, but we really want you to learn the line correctly, and we can work on a couple of things after that. But we're open for the next 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes. If anybody is newer and is not classified and needs an instructor, I heard a couple before, let me know. We'll get you hooked up. Yeah, who was looking?
James, I'm one of those people. Duncan James.
All right. Josh, are you on Discord here?
Yes, I am.
Can you grab and ride along with Duncan? Maybe grab another channel and go for it for a minute?
Yep, sure thing.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep.
All right. Who else we got? Anybody need a ride along?
Duncan, let's find a channel here.
Can find a channel.
Channel 2.
Okay, sounds good.
Duncan, I think you're in the middle of the racetrack there. One thing I wanted to let everybody know as well, I am archiving and recording this event so that we can share it with some of our other DE and eDE groups, so we can sort of keep tying all of our programs together and get all of our zone groups running in a very similar fashion. So you know, watch the language like we always do, and don't call anybody out. We're definitely going to have a crash or two tonight, but it's a much easier car to drive. So just give each other some room and let it be known that we have you on tape. So, Roberto.
Yeah.
I forget it. Did you just get the league invite going?
I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you need a ride along as well, don't you?
I guess so.
Indeed you do. Well, it's easy to do. We just jump in the car and talk to you for a few and find out what your race experience is and so forth. The our team is really tasked with getting the right pace and the right class of drivers together so that you have a better racing experience. Granted, today we're all here together, but that means the really fast guys should have a little more patience with the really slow guys. But let me grab you onto another channel, and let me ride along with you for a bit so I can say hi and we'll meet. Give me a second. I'll drag us to a channel. All right, I'm in here with you.
keep getting penalties. I got 2 speeding in the pits and 1 unsafe exit for
Oh,
breaking
no.
the blend line. So I haven't done any laps yet.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, the car comes out of pits pretty darn quick, and you'll really want to get a pit limiter button on there if you don't have one already.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, it saved me more than once. Just I put it on when I start the car, and it will let you know when to turn it off. That pit entry speed sign will that's on your dash will pop off.
Okay.
And then you can just click the thing off. You have to be on limiter by the time you pass the yellow cones going in, and you can be off limiter at the green going back out.
Got it.
And it'll show you that on your dashboard, so you can see who's going where. So what brought you to the PCA?
I do DEs in real life.
Awesome, fantastic. You're definitely part of our crowd then. There's a lot of instructors here. There's a lot of DE guys. Oh, that bit you. You can grab a new car. They're cheap over here.
Do we have damage on or off?
Damage is on.
Is on.
Yeah, you've got a crumpled fender up there. Yeah, just grab yourself a new one. They're cheap. It's the benefit of Herschel. Somebody said, how come I can run this track or whatever track we were in all day long in my 924 or whatever it is they race in there as a club racer, yet they get in the sim and they can't keep the thing on track?
I'm exactly that way.
That makes sense. It's all about getting the car to tell you what it's doing, because in real life you wouldn't do half these moves if you thought they were going to end that way. Right. But there's a detrimental factor to it. You're going to hurt your car, hurt somebody else. I mean, it's just not something you would do. But your rear end is no longer giving you feedback.
Right.
And that's all about auditory. I tend to turn my engine way down and my tires way up, and then I listen really carefully, and I feel the rest with my fingertips. And then it's just seat time. Once it connects, then you're in. But until then, it's the hardest part is to find out how fast you're actually going, and it looks way slower than you are. So by the time you get to a regular corner that you'd be doing at 60, you're doing at 105, and there's no way it's going to stop there.
Right. So yeah, I would say my biggest trouble is, I would say 5 and 9.
Okay.
For sure 9. I just tend to either apex too early or just go off like I did the first time around.
Yeah, that's all just coming in really quick onto those. You see how far you're turning the wheel and it's sort of scrubbing off speed and scrubbing your tires? That's because you're carrying too much speed into them.
Into
that corner right there. So when you were turning your wheel that hard right, you shouldn't have to turn the wheel, that far. You should get away with, 10-15% steering. It's because you're also trying to either get on the brake or on the gas.
Okay.
You can't do steer and gas or steer and brake at any of the same time. You really have to start separating them. Once you do, it gets much easier. Well, both those guys are saying on the right, they did almost, I think someone put some oil down there. But that's your Moss corner. That one bugs you. So this one up here, brake earlier than you are, because you're just overdriving the car. It's really easy to do, but it's hard to know that you're doing it. What it feels like is the car is not working for you, and it's because you're asking too much of its pieces.
Better?
Yeah. That kept you on track much more. The other thing to really get the perfect line over there, right into the rumble strips, is how wide the car is. So car placement is absolutely key. As perfect, yeah, you hit right on those, got right next to the line. That's the That's the key to getting quick, using every inch of track. But you'd be surprised how much room on the outside of the car you have, but you didn't know you had it.
Okay. The next thing is I find the RSR, like, the brakes lock quite a bit on me.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you really got to be absolutely straight down there before you get on the brakes. So if you give yourself a little bit of a lift and a little bit of a pause before you get dipped into 5, the car will land. It will get its weight on the right side of the car, and then you can get back on the gas just for a blip, and then you can get on the brake, but the car will then be stable because it's landing. You're still in yaw when you're trying to hit the brake, and it goes from the right side of yaw to left side of yaw, and it starts taking you away from your line. And I would try to be up one more gear than you are in almost every corner. It's going to give the car a more stable feel, and it's going to be less torquey.
Okay.
So go up into 4th right here, slow down, let it coast. Now you grab the weight shift, there it is. 4th is fine, or 5th is fine for here. You obviously know the line. You've been here before, I think.
I've been here before.
There you go. I can tell. Yep, 3rd is good for this one. You can get back to 4th.
So here, lift. I was keeping it flat, so I'll lift.
Right, lift right there at the bridge.
Yeah.
And then you grab back in. Yep. 2 for that corner, and then 1 for here. This is what I usually do. And that's going to start to, what you're going to do is you're going to hear a lot less of your tires going psh. If you've got the volume up enough on your tires, you're going to hear the screech of that, which is just starting to break traction. And that's a nice spot to be in, but it's maintaining that. And if it goes too loud, then you're into real skidding, and you can't steer, you can't brake. I mean, the car becomes unresponsive. But
So
up until then, it's real spritey, and it'll handle it.
Okay. So you take 9 and 10 in 3rd gear, and I've been taking it in 2nd gear.
No, I take those, I go 4th to 3rd to 2nd.
Got it.
You know, because you're coming up the hill, you'll be in the hill all the way at the top of 5th gear. I don't reach 6th. I think I might have a short gearing. I'm just using the baseline. I'll show you where I make those moves. I get dead straight there. Then you can get all the braking done. Down to 2, off the brake for the corner, tap it into 1, and you're out of there nice and clean. So I personally, I look at the telephone poles, and I start from the last pole, and I count 2 poles in, sometimes 3.
Okay.
So I'm in 5th. I look at the last pole, and before I get to that one, about here, I brake, I clip the front of that, stay in 4th.
Stay in 4th.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll keep it in 3rd here, and then
Yep.
go to 2nd.
And now 2nd into here, yeah. So next time through the 9-10 combo, do it. You're in 5th when you hit the brake. Get down to 4th at that 2nd apex of that double apex, then down to 3rd for the next one.
Okay.
And just clock them down at the top of each one of those corners just before you get into them. And it'll keep the car at a much lower rev. It probably won't be any quicker, but what it will show you is how stable the car can be. And then you can start flirting with how far do I want to put, you know, weight on my front left or my front right. But it gives you a better opportunity to get that weight planted. Yeah, and
I overslowed there.
Yeah, but when you're slow, it's really nice and grippy. So it's great to be quick all the way to the parts where you need all that control. And when you're going that slow, it may feel like it, but the car is completely under control.
Okay.
So it's sort of splitting the difference. But yeah, take the 2nd pole here.
2nd pole.
Yep, brake down to 4th, leave it in 4th.
That was my
Yep.
fault.
Click back
I
up
even
into
wanted
4th.
to do it.
Right.
Muscle memory.
It is, it is. Well, and you can also fool yourself a little bit by changing the gearing. And then you won't be able to really get into third, or you know, third is going to be way too much or way too little. I don't normally play with it too much. I just try to keep my revs to a not a minimum, but there's a comfort factor before the lights even turn on that make the car really stable. And if you've got the momentum, you don't need the horsepower to keep pushing you because the car is going there anyway.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna only go down one gear.
Yep. Second telephone pole, hit the brakes, get around this one. Now go to fourth. Now go to third. But I do that with no accelerator. I'm just bouncing off the brake, but trail braking in this car is 5%. No more than 5%, and it really holds you fine. You don't have to do the pressure step into the brake that you would in real life. You can drag your foot on the brake and get 2-3% on there, and it'll start to move the car where you want, but it'll give you much better turning.
Okay.
Yeah. When you're turning the wheel that far, you're overdriving the car. You just came in too hot.
Got it.
And
Okay,
it'll be quicker if you don't.
So brake more for 3, or brake earlier for 3, or both?
Both.
Okay.
But you'll find where your brake marker is. It's a little different for everybody. But I always point out, I look in the distance, and I give myself a marker that says, if I'm not full 80% brake by this point, I'm not making that corner.
Okay.
So then I just move it back 2-3 car lengths, and I practice seeing how close I can get. And wherever I get comfortable, that's my brake spot. But I know that next pull in, if I've gone too far, I'm not going to come back from it.
Okay.
Yeah, slow just a little more for that one. This is
a little more.
Nice. Down in second. That did seem a much more in control for you.
Agreed. Still out of control, but more in control than before.
Yeah. Hey, you can't have everything.
And are you accelerating between 9 and 10?
I do, but it's maintenance throttle.
Okay.
It's really just to keep the nose pointed. It's throttle steering at that point. Let's see what time it is. I'm like.
I held you off for one lap, Mark.
Yes, you did.
Your car looked sweet.
Yep. Brake, stay in fifth, then down to fourth, then down to third. Do me a favor, jump into the pits or off on the side here real quick, and let me show you real quick before I start out on another track thing here.
What should I do? Just
yeah, pull over off to the side so you're not in someone's way. And jump into my car.
Sure.
I followed you.
Yeah, you're not supposed to follow me, man.
Okay, so let me know when you're in there. Do you know how to get live on the replay like we were explaining before?
Yeah, let me try it.
Okay.
Fine.
I am car number 12. So that should be.
Don't have my mouse pad thing set up, so I'm using my leg.
Perfect. Well, it's better than using your mouse for driving, so you're already one up on everyone. It could be worse.
Yeah, the amount of time it takes to set up a sim, I could have never appreciated.
Well, and it's definitely a deep hole. You can dig yourself into some really expensive gear, but even the cheapest stuff works. As long as you get the immersion you're looking for and you come to grips with how that car is driving, it can be a really good tool for real life DE, club racing, everything. It's really just a fantastic tool.
All right, James, I'm in the car.
Okay, that's left, that's right. So yeah, make sure it says live. If it says replay, then you're behind it.
Oh, it does. Wait, how do I get to live?
2 buttons to the right of replay. There's a double fast forward button with a line. Just click that a couple times. It should click the live.
I'm in live.
All right, I'm gonna jump out of here so you can see my dash and everything going on. So I'll put my pit limiter on, and right here at the green, I can turn it off. Follow these guys for a little bit and get myself a little bit of room here. I haven't been around the track yet today, but it comes to me pretty quick.
Oh wow, I'm looking at the results here. 112.1.
Yeah, that's got to be probably Josh Vieira. Very fast pro driver. 12s are due. 12s can be done. It's a cold track, so it's quick. I'll wait till these guys get themselves all going. I'll give them a little bit of room. Okay, so you with me? I'll show you this exchange up here. I'm all the way up in 5th. I'm going to count 3 poles in. I'm going to brake at the 2nd pole. Stay in 5th. Now down to 4th. A little bit of maintenance throttle. Now down to 3rd. Now down to the 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just really, really smooth. You see there's no rev lights on my car. I'm really just letting the thing sit down and take those corners. What I'm using is the grip that my tires have. I got John Sheps up here. He's getting his legs under him, you can tell. A lot of new guys just started in the last 2 weeks. It's really great to get everybody in here. And here I go a little deeper than Liam does, and then I come down inside here.
Okay.
And this is all just for coasting. We'll make sure we get by Jonathan there. I'm going to take a little more of an inside line because he's there, so I'll stay more mid-track. Let's see, I'm still in 5th. Now I'm in 4th. A little bit of gas. Now I drop it to 3rd. And there's nothing on my dash telling me I'm overdriving it. I'm barely turning the wheel. And I'm letting every piece of grip that I have stay with it.
Okay.
I'll just coast to get into 4th here. Once the car grips back up, I can go full throttle. And because we're not absolutely floored, the car is real nice and stable. I'll pull over here so we can jump out real quick.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, it's like real life, right? Like you're not overdriving at all.
Yeah, you wouldn't. I mean, I would not drive my my car to the track at any of these extremes, but we can do it here. The problem is, it takes a professional driver years to get to that level, and you know we're jumping in an RSR and just going for it.
Right.
So our learning curve is steep, and everybody overdrives the car when they start. You're definitely on some different gearing than what I have.
I'm new to iRacing, so I haven't messed around with any of the car settings.
Okay.
So it's just like baseline setup.
Right, mine is baseline, but it says high downforce baseline.
Okay, you went for the high down. Okay. Funny enough, I tried high downforce because it makes sense for this track, and I found that I was slower.
Oh, really?
Weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever one, you know, it's whatever you get comfortable with. I've never been a setup fan. I know some guys get quicker with this setup or that setup, but whatever gets me comfortable in the car, I just leave. There you go. That was nice. Down to third. There it is. Yep, just a little bit of scrubbing in those last two corners, but your entrance into it was exactly what you're looking for. That was great feel. That was good course management there. And tires will thank you. And see how less you need to steer?
Yep.
Yeah, that quickens your pace up big time.
Yeah, funny enough, like I felt like I was going slower up 8, 9, 10, but my lap time was way more, it was still comparable.
Yeah, and it'll start to drop once you find where you can carry that speed, but it's letting the car maintain at that speed. So you don't want to overslow coming into 8, 9, 10. The trick is to keep that speed up. I use the brake to get the front end of the car pointed in the right direction, and then I use my gas pedal just to maintain it if I need to be. But I'm coasting most of it because the car is already just at its grip limit. It can make all those corners, and it can make them great, but you'll be carrying a whole lot of speed. Yeah, I don't click fourth until I get to that second apex, but if you're comfortable on doing it there, yeah, that's where you start to go again, right there on your third one, yeah.
So I'm carrying too much speed.
You're carrying perfect speed on what is it, 8, 9, or yeah, 8 and 9. It's slowing down after that. You have to do another brake application to get into that next one.
Okay.
But anytime you've got to go, you know, 45, 90 degrees with the wheel to make the corner, and it's a fast corner, you're carrying too much speed, turning the wheel any further will not do anything.
Okay.
It just literally stops turning, and you'll see people just cranking away, and all they're doing is slowing their car down and eating up the tires. Right. So it's just straighten back out of, I mean, not put the wheel straight, but less rotation on the wheels, smoother hands, less brake and gas input. I don't get full gas on this car until I have a straightaway or I know I can stay full gas. I creep it up into full. Okay. The slower you are on throttle application, the better it is. Stay fifth, then fourth, slow again.
Too early.
Yeah, too early, but still. And now you're inside of that corner and you're not driving outside of it. So the time's probably close.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get everybody else running here.
Really appreciate it, James.
Any time at all. We'll get somebody else in with you. We'll get you signed off, and we're going to start some track exercises here. Liam, I just saw your message. You're always welcome. Absolutely always.
Hey, it's Chris. Are there any instructors on the line?
I am here.
Is that James?
Yes, it is. What car number are you?
Not 5. I don't know.
Are you 21? I think you're 21.
I could use a ride-along whenever you're ready.
I gotcha. This is Chris Herbert, right? Herbert.
Yeah. Hey, Barry.
Yep. Herbert. Gotcha. Hold on just a minute. Let me drag us to a channel.
Yeah, 21.
All right, Chris, I'm back.
Okay. I've got my Discord on a separate laptop, and I've got the laptop next to me, so I can't really talk well into it.
No worries.
I'll yell. I can hear you fine.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. That works then. I am in your car, and when you're ready to head on out.
I keep getting black flags in the pit. Does it matter?
It doesn't during this, but you'll want to attach a pit limiter as soon as you can to your button box, wheel, keypad, something, and you can turn that on. I think pit speed limit is 37 here. It's really, really small. And if you get that during a race, you will get black flagged, and you will have to come in and serve those times. It'll really cut into the work you're doing.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case during the race, but I didn't think it mattered here.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, if you get one coming out and you get a black flag, you will have to go in and serve the penalty, or just go in and reset your car, and it'll take the penalty away. We don't count incidents during the DEs or even the well, the Prelude we count incidents, but DE day is wide open. There's no fast repairs because it's all about it's all about you know, just learning to get around. Let me ask you real quick, because I did this with Paul the other day. What gear are you running for the sim right now?
A Logitech G920.
Okay.
So I get some pedals and I got a chair and
Okay.
got it on the screen. Normally I'm on VR, but got it on the screen right now.
No worries. Yeah, single screens are really, really, really tough in comparison to get anything really focused through, but that all comes with practice. But you've got decent gear. One thing I told Paul the other day, look into just the Rick Motec load cell mod for the pedals. They sell I think it's like 80 or 100 bucks for a load cell, and all of a sudden you won't just have a spring, and you're going to get some force from a brake pedal, and it's going to be much easier to modulate.
You have insurance, right? Good insurance.
Yeah, it's hard with the some of the spring pedals to really feel your threshold of brake. I'm just watching out around you. You got some hot shoes coming on the inside. All the way down to 1 for that one. The trick is, it's really hard to sense how fast the car is going.
I don't know if it's a tire heat thing, but I find the first lap is always harder.
It is.
Whoa.
Oof. Ouch. 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 Sorry guys, we're working our way around the track here. Okay, that's Jonathan Chips going a little slow in the pits. He's brand new and getting used to it as well. Some guys come here with full racecraft already from the real life, so they understand blue cones, green cones, the whole 9 yards. Some guys come in from having done absolutely nothing on track whatsoever, and everything's a learning curve. So right now, Moss Corner is your nemesis. Once we get you through that, everything else is easy.
I mean, it's funny. I know how to do it. I've done
Right.
it many times. For some reason, right now, I think because the extra distraction of like the cars and your voice and everything else, I'm like off my rhythm. But
Absolutely.
get back there. Oh, get back there. My worst lap ever. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, you should be able to stay fourth through that whole 2-3 combo. Or at least 2, 3, you're back into third, and that's all right. Yeah, the mistake in this car is out the top of Moss, thinking you're going too slow and just a touch of the brake pedal puts you past the next apex. Just that touch. You should be able to roll it without having to hit back onto the gas. Yeah, I'd go down to second for that last corner there. That's going to help out, get your turn in going much better before you're fine here. And stay fourth in this one. No reason to downshift. It's just going to take too much speed away from you. You can make that in fourth easily. You've got a car on the inside. You're good. Let's see who that is. That might be ghosting you. Yeah, that's Paul. Yep, down into second. There you go. I go second before I do the turn in on that one. It helps with turn in, and it helps not to. It helps you not to track out too far. Yep, stay in fourth. Don't downshift this one. Yep, just a little bit of brake to get up over the hill. Once you're over the hill, you should be fine to slow it back down. In other words, you should have enough tire under you to get through there.
Distracted by that car at the top.
Yeah, that was funny. That was Paul. Do you want to jump in mine real quick, and I'll show you through here?
Yeah.
I'm car number 12.
Yeah.
All right, and you're on live?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that's left, that's right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'll jump out here for a second. See, there's on my dashboard, that's the pit limiter, and that stays until I hit the green, and then I can turn that off, and I know I've not oversped. But you can do that anytime, not to worry. I'm just showing you that it does exist. It's great to have. Oh boy, is everybody going off in turn 2? So I do through late apex into there. So you're downhill here, you can carry a whole lot more speed with this car. I lift, and you can coast all the way into here, back on the gas. I do most of my slowing buck in there, and then I can get back on it. But one of the corners I just worked with one of the guys. It was the 8 to 10 combo up here. I look at the telephone poles myself. I break between the second and the third. I stay fifth, then fourth. Trick is to know how wide this car is, because it's wider than you think, but with one screen it's really tough to tell. And then I can get really close to those lines. And it's, you know, it's leaving no room on the table for another car, or, you know, a half a tire width is okay. A whole tire width, you missed it. Up over the hill, just touch the brake, back to full gas, still in the same fourth gear. It'll hold. It's just getting comfortable with the car there. I don't take that same line all the way from the left through 3. I'm just used to it this way. There's not a lot of difference. If I'm real quick, I'll get into 5th. But I can brake all the way down with my gears still being up. So I'll get from 5th to 4th to 3rd to 2nd to 1st. But I'll only do the downshifting once I'm already off the revs all the way down to the bottom of the tachometer. If you're still up there revving gears, you're not slowing the car. Your car is still hyped up, and it's just trying to, it's feeding your brake a different response than what you're looking for in this car in particular. Because when you do it right, it looks really nice and smooth. Not a lot of red lights going on. I'll jump over on, actually I'll jump off to the left. But the minute you get on grass or anything, I mean, I'm on brake, you cannot stop this car.
Oh yeah,
Thankfully they didn't model the grass and the insurance and so forth.
Yeah, it's that the slowing down into 5 is correct.
Right, and it's easy enough to do, but you really have to be in a straight line going down that hill to get it done right.
Yeah.
It doesn't it doesn't like to brake when you're on that corner very well, and you really want to straighten it out, which is because we're in this car in particular. I think the Cup car I take 5 a little closer apex, more towards the rain gutters. But in this car, I go a little bit over the hill and then start my turn. I don't turn in as early, but I can stay on the gas. I do a slight lift, and that grounds the car. Then I can get straight down that line. And once I'm straight, I can really get on the brakes. But play with your brake bias too. If you're locking up a front instead of a back, your car's fighting you a little bit. And the other thing is there's no reason to keep the high revs and clicking down in gear. If you stay in the higher gear under braking, it's a more stable platform for you to get your braking done. I'm going to throw you back into general population here. I'm going to organize a quick driving exercise. We're going to get everybody to go around the track left and right together on their own side of the track, just to get some more it's all about, at this point, everybody's starting to learn the line, but what we want them to do is start to be heads up, eyes up, be aware of your surroundings. So I'll glue a car to their side for an entire lap.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for the walkthrough.
No worries. Here, let me jump you back in there. I got to remove VR to do this, but I can get around it. It's just what it is. All right. Thanks, Chris. I'll see you in a minute.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to jump into another exercise real quick. Those of you who have been to a lot of our DEs, this is something you will recognize. We're going to act as if it is a divided highway. I would like you all to pair up with somebody. Doesn't matter what group they're in or what class they're in, but just get next to somebody. If they're on the left side, you get on the right side, and run the lap together. 100% of the lap together. I want the guy on the left to stay on the left all the way from start finish all the way to the next lap, and then at start finish next lap switch positions. But find someone you're comfortable driving next to, and we're not out here for speed. I just want to really show you guys what heads up is. If there's somebody on your right, you're going to know it for an entire lap, and same thing when you switch.
Hey, Christopher, you still there?
Can you hear me?
No.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Andrew, what happened?
Liam, I'm coming back.
Who's coming back?
Smiley's coming at you.
Yeah, can you hear me, Christopher?
I can hear you through Discord, and I can talk through.
There you go.
Okay.
Let's get up to speed here.
Awesome, nice job, guys. Through Moss Corner and down 5, you're going to find it's going to be a complete different corner now that you have somebody glued to the side of you. But, you know, 5-6 laps like that on either side, you start to really see the corner in a different light. We want your eyes up so you can tell the difference. Al Burke, can you hear us? You want to? You're more than welcome to jump out there and join in.
Outside.
Save it.
I'm here. I'm here. Want to switch sides?
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah, switch going under the bridge before turn number 1 at start finish, and switch sides, do it again. You guys can pick up speed where you can pick up speed. Just remember you're going to have to slow down, because coming on the inside of Moss Corner on the inside, rather than being able to track all the way out and all the way into Apex and all the way out again, you're going to have a completely different looking line there. You're going to have to be speed appropriate to make it and keep your partner safe.
I went into the wall there, but I think I'm drivable.
Okay. Sounds good. Let me know when you're...
Yep.
Oh, there you are. Right there.
I'm here. Yep.
I'm gonna jump in front of you just so we can get this car by.
Okay. Yep.
Lose you, Chris?
Oh yeah, I had to reset.
Okay, we'll see you at the top there.
Someone keeps putting oils on his wheels, I can tell. That's a good group you're in there, Mr. Sheps. That's a good group.
Jeff, you need a partner?
Hey, James. Hey, James.
There, Al. How you doing?
How you doing? I'm good now that I got one.
Indeed. Jump on out there with someone, find a group of people, pick a side, and start doing some laps with us. Just getting our heads together here.
No.
It's going backwards.
I got a pit.
Paul, where are you now?
Just coming around to corner 1.
On the back straight.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Wow.
Michael, watch those other cars around there. We're doing just classroom practice. We'll keep everybody on the left and everybody on the right and go side by side. We're not trying to split the middle and get through there.
He's not driving as well as it was a moment ago.
Here you are, Chris.
Yeah.
There's actually plenty of room over here in 5.
Hey, it's a really wide track. You can really, I'd hate to say let's go 3 wide, but you can definitely do 2 beautifully all the way around the track.
Yeah, we've done an exercise once when it was 3 wide, and it feels a little tight in 5B, but you can still squeeze through there.
I bet. Anyone want to come out? David, if there's no one there, just grab a group that's going out, and when they switch, you switch, jump in there. Yeah, there's a group of 3 right in front if you can hit them. Oh, watch out. Oh, watch out.
Side you want to take? No. Either ways.
What happened?
I clipped the grass.
Mowing again.
Fantastic. Let's do one more lap of this, And when you go through the start finish on this next lap, go ahead and straighten back out onto the race line. But then I'd like to see every other car, odd car, even car. I want somebody from the back to make a pass all the way to the front. If you can't get there by the next turn, get back into line. I'd like the guy in front of you and in back of you to make sure you've got room to do it. Nice avoidance, you guys. That was good.
Sorry, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, perfect. Now just jump back in line after Liam there and follow him through the next one.
Tried to save too many.
All right, Mr. Sheps, your crew fell apart a little bit, but lag at the top of Andretti here and let the two guys behind you get a pass in. That's Chris and Kim, but on the next lap, let them come in and challenge for a corner, but make sure you seed the corner, let them get through it, and then you tail in behind them and you can take that next spot back on the next lap.
James, I'm getting a big echo. I think someone has their external speakers on and it's kicking into their live mic. Yeah, it was pretty new.
I can't tell who it is.
I'm pretty sure that's a sound effect from his roadie days.
That used to be done with a tape player. That's how you did chorus. You dragged your finger on a recording.
Yep.
There we go. It's gone. So whoever fixed it, fixed it.
I think it was only through iRacing, so if you test through iRacing, I'll keep an eye on who's talking and see who lights up.
All right, how's that?
Yeah, that was the echo.
That's you, Chris. I think you have your, you must have voice activity on for your Discord.
Talking to me?
I am.
Do I have what on?
If you go to your Discord, do you have push to talk on, or do you have something called voice activity or voice pickup? Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a whole lot better. Hold on. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we've got about 20-25 minutes left in this session. When you come back through the start-finish line, let's line up at the end of Andretti Strait. There's that big sand pit or that concrete area. If you guys want to stage up there, we're going to get into a double layer. We're going to work on doing a start at the start-finish. I will call it on green. You will not go if you're the lead car until I scream green, green, green. And you will have to keep about pace car speed, which I think is 37, 38 miles an hour here. But go ahead and meet at the end of Andretti Strait, and we'll line up and do a quick fake start here. If you have a car that needs some repair, please get that done. We're handing them out. They're cheap. I see you, Mr. Harris. If you want to jump across the track to the left-hand side, we can get everybody into that area. Perfect. We'll stage around your area, guys. That's good. Yep. Don't come barreling up the straight too fast and run into each other. But you'll see everybody parked on the left here. We'll get a nice little quick fake start here going, and we'll do a lap and see how it goes. We might have to do some more. It's nice to see everybody again. How was the holidays? It's really cool to see you all again.
Nice to be back.
Whoa.
Oh, I came up the hill a bit quick.
Sorry about that. I didn't know what was happening. What are you guys all doing? Like, am I missing a Discord channel or something?
I'm on iRacing Radio. I'm on race control. We are doing some fake starts for the last 15-20 minutes of this session here.
I didn't even know iRacing Radio exists.
Yep. Can you hear
where
that?
do I find that?
That's up in options. You see your options page if you're out of your car?
Yeah.
Copy. Go and click options. Now on the bottom you'll see drive, options, graphics, replay. Click sound. And on the top right you'll see enable voice chat. Make sure that is clicked. There's a microphone and playback so you can hear and talk. All of our official races are done on race control. Our race coordinators will come in. I'm going to get a start going. But join in as well too.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, who's in the front there? Mr. Harris, I think it's you. You want to lead us on out? We'll have everybody follow.
Yeah, it's clear. Be clear for me. He said 37 miles an hour is pace speed, then what? When we start, you're going to call green and go for a lap?
Absolutely. We will do one lap from the start finish. I will call green flag, green flag, green flag, and that means the race is on. You guys can go race speed however you're comfortable, line up 2 by 2, get to it. I will call green when it's appropriate. Nobody will know when it is. And then you guys will race right back to the same corner we're on, and we'll regroup, try a different side, try different further up in the pack, back in the pack, but line up 2 by 2. Someone get right up next to it and keep rolling on up. I'll call start from the radio here.
Let's go.
Hey James, can you clear my black flags?
Keep up, come on.
By chance?
I can. Where are you? Hold on. Let me start this real quick. I'll get you on the lap. Wait for it. Wait. Green flag, green flag. Green flag. Go, go, go. You should be cleared. Yep, if you crash out, and a lot of us will, especially on turn 1 and so forth, just go ahead, grab a new car right away. Don't worry about getting all the way around to the pits. Just go grab a new car and join in at the back, and we're just going to stop at the end of Andretti Straight again. This is a real quick single fake start, and we'll do a couple of these to make sure we get through clean, and we'll go from there. Yep, so back it down on Andretti Straight. Don't carry all your speed up there, and we're coming to a stop again.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, the people slow down all the way to a stop at the top of Andretti here. It might be surprising. Just don't get caught out. Heads up, eyes up. It's the best way to watch and do this. I'm looking towards the back, see how many we still got going. Robert, you're one of the last ones. And then Anchor, we'll wait till he gets around and we'll be good. Just about to start.
I still can't hear anything on this radio.
Well, there's no one transmitting on it right now, so yeah, it'll only be when James actually does something with regards to the race.
Yeah, you should hear this.
Hey James, you really don't want to wait for me. I'm headed to pit.
No worries, you're almost there. I'll get people rolling in just a second. We're waiting for Smiley to get up in the group. We're almost there. We've got a couple waiting.
There's somebody on the hill sideways.
Yeah, if you fly by me, ideally you'll hit me, not the stack of people.
Good plan.
So who's in front there? Carl, I think it's you. You want to lead us out?
Sure.
And we're rolling. All right, get a nice double line packed up, same way you did on the side-by-side. You don't have to go too fast. No one's winning this thing. Stay side by side. I'll let you guys gather back up. Wait for it. Wait for it. Green, green, green. Go, go, go. Give each other lots of room. All right, we'll stop again. Maybe only do one more of these. That was really, really good at the front. They got a little silly midway, but not bad at all. So back it back down, coming up the straight.
I'm just pulling over for you guys. I don't want to start at the front this time.
Yep, keep it slow down the Andretti there. All right, anybody in the back here? We're looking for a couple people.
I just want to say I didn't get crash for one.
Awesome, but we don't hand stars out on this class. Okay, nice. Oh, Robert, I was going to wait for you, but
yeah, don't bother.
Okay, no problem. We'll get Jonathan up here. Be good. Oh, that was funny. All right, Jonathan's up in there. Who's in the front this time? Who do we got?
I pulled over because I wanted to be in the back, but everybody followed me.
Oh, you're just a prime example. We'd follow you anywhere. Michael, I believe it's you. Go ahead and lead us on out, sir. All right, we are rolling out. Yep. Catch up to each other. Make sure you're side by side. All the way in front, all the way to the back, and we're going to make this as close to a race as we can. Let's do 2 laps so you guys can get through the start-finish again. We'll do 2 full laps. And we're waiting for it. Get nice and close. Don't jump from the back. No reason to do that. And we're waiting. We're waiting. Green, green, green. Go, go, go. Careful into 5, guys. It slows way down. Nicely done. All right, keep going. No reason to stop at the top this time. We're doing 2 laps. Keep going. Make sure you got a little bit of an eyes over your shoulder. All right, we'll come to the stop this time at the top. We'll reform it one more time and we'll race to the end. But I want to get everybody in here, so if you've got a wrecked car already, go ahead and get a brand new one. Make sure you have enough gas. There'll be about 8-10 minutes left in the session. We'll stop at the top of the hill again, and we'll race to the end of the session.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Careful on the straight. We are regrouping. You will want a undamaged car if you can help it.
Where'd you go, Clark?
I got a black flag. I was going out of pit.
All right, we're almost all up here. All right, let's start grouping up here. Who's in the front?
I'll catch up. Don't worry about it.
All right, David Snelling, looks like it's your ball game. You are lead car in pole position there. We will follow you. From this point on, gentlemen, thank you very much for coming out tonight. Just enjoy yourselves. Run 8-10 laps, whatever we can get in the next 5-10 minutes, and hopefully we'll see you guys on Wednesday. We've got the prelude where there are no points, but it will be a race as well. It'll mimic what we're doing on Friday. So enjoy having everybody here, and go ahead, David, roll on out.
All right, thank you, James.
Great session as always, James. Oh,
I love the O at the end, like something went wrong.
Thanks so much, everybody, especially the organizers.
All right, group on up, guys. This is it. Your moms are watching. And green, green, green. Nice job through 1 and 2, guys. Nice. Nice move getting them back on track and not going all the way across. It's nice you stayed on the right there. It was well done. Adam and Jonathan, that did not end as well as you wanted it to, I'm sure. But you can always jump into the pits and grab yourself a new car and just jump right back in. Oh, yikes.
Sorry, Roberto.
Oh, that wasn't me. I'm all good.
No, that was Paul.
Oh, Paul, my bad.
I was right behind you guys.
Julian, it's got to be the yellow color. You're usually not this slippery.
No.
Sorry, I was on cold tires.
Practice is over. Head on in.
All right, thank you, everyone. We will see you on Wednesday for a prelude.
Good night.
Hi guys, thank you guys.
And everybody.
Have a good night, all. See you later.
Wow, why this thing quit? Thanks, Liam. Where'd I go?
Mm-hmm.